I'm going to be sharing with you 8 reasons why daily meditation is extremely powerful and how it will completely shift your entire life if you make it the number one thing that you do on a daily basis. Because I've been meditating every single day for the last 4 years, and the benefits that I have achieved cannot possibly be articulated using words. Words cannot explain the benefit and the results and the experiences that I've gotten from meditating every single day. It's impossible. Words cannot possibly articulate it because it's impossible to fully articulate an experience and what can actually happen, because you have to experience the experience to understand the experience, and words are just going to be communicating that to you. But nonetheless, I will try. So if you're new to this channel, consider hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell, because I post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to become a private client, then consider applying for a free consultation by hitting the website that's in the description box of this video. So the first reason why daily meditation is one of the most powerful habits that you can possibly do in your life is that you will have a clear mind. You will have such a clear mind that you will not be able to even understand how to possibly articulate how clear your mind really is. Because we're going through society, and right now we just believe that thinking continually throughout the day is just a normal state of consciousness. We believe that thinking just over and over and over, and then conditioned to be thinking about the past, about the future, we believe that's just normal. We believe that it's just totally normal to be continually thinking throughout the day. But is that normal, or is that something that we've unconsciously attached to? Because what I'm proposing to you is that you can have a clear mind, and you can live your life from a clear mind, and it's not that difficult. You just have to understand how to do it. And also, we'll be releasing a video on how to meditate soon, so stay tuned for that. Maybe it's already released by now, and it will be in the description box of this video. But you will have a clear mind. You will have such a clear mind that it will completely shift your whole perspective on what life really is, because you'll have such a clear mind that you'll see reality for what it actually is. You'll see the truth of what reality is, not through the perception of your mind, not through the conditioning, not through the past, not through the future, but you'll see it for what it is, and you won't have all these thoughts nagging you and controlling your experience. And if you do have a thought, well, guess what? You won't attach to that thought. You're not going to care that that thought is there. Okay, and I'm going to get to that later, but you will have a clear mind. The second reason is that you will have higher vibrational emotions. Okay, because higher vibrational emotions come as a result of daily meditation. When you are meditating daily, you will be on a higher vibration, because what happens is you start to let go of the conditioning that you're attached to. You start to let go of certain things that were not allowing you to just have those higher vibrational states naturally. Because you should naturally be vibrating in a high vibration state. That's how it should be. Our natural state is actually to be in a high vibration. But then the meditation makes you see that's the natural vibration you should be on. Because the ego thinks that it's normal to just be thinking all the time, to be stressed. It's like, well, is there really any other way, Francis? I thought that I just have to react to this. I thought that I have to feel angry. I think that I just have to feel negative, right? Isn't that the only way? What other option is there? Most people assume that they just have to be negative, but it's not necessarily true. You can be on a high vibration state throughout the entire day, and that is actually your natural state. Your natural set point, so to speak, should just be to feel high vibes all day. You should feel peaceful, you should feel calm. And if you don't, well, then that means that there's something out of alignment that you have to take care of. You have to let go of something you're holding on to. You have to fix some kind of habit. You have to let go of some relationship. And then guess what? The meditation will make you realize that. We'll get to that later. But it will shift your entire life. It will shift your whole life, and it will make you vibrate at a higher frequency. What does that mean, higher frequency? It means that you're going to be so present to the moment that you will feel just a sense of inner peace. You'll feel a sense of calmness, just being here now. Not doing anything, not taking any action. Doesn't mean that you can't take action, right? I record a daily video every single day. I take lots of action. But I'm coming from a place of being present to the moment while I'm doing. Being means that you're not doing anything. You're just becoming conscious of what already is. You're just conscious with the beingness of the moment. How can I possibly explain beingness to you? You can only experience it because you're not doing anything, you're being. You're just being present to the moment. And when you're being present to the moment, you are now vibrating at a higher frequency. You feel more peace, you feel more joy, you feel more love because you're just being, you're not doing anything. We're in a society where we always do so much. We have to do so many things. I have to take so much action. I have to do this. I have to hustle. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. Find the inner peace of being, and then the doing will arise from the being, and you'll be at a high vibration state. Which leads me to the third point, which is effortless action. Effortless action. Because when you are vibrating at a higher frequency, when you are having a clear mind, when you are being while you are doing, you will start to take effortless action in your life. Action that doesn't feel forced. Action that doesn't have to require so much resistance along the process. And that's the essence of the law of attraction. You're into the law of attraction, you want to manifest your reality? Well, learn how to be present to the moment while you are doing, and then watch how you start to take effortless action. I record a daily video, but is it difficult for me? Not really. Not really, because I enjoy every step of the way, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm guilty of creating resistance occasionally. You know, I've created resistance, like, oh, when am I going to get this? When's the next client coming along? How many, like I look at my views and my views go up and my views go down, and I noticed that reaction within myself, and I was like, wait a second, this is not effortless. I'm doing something wrong here. So I let go of that. And then now when I'm in the flow state recording video, there is no resistance there. And if there is, I try to let it go right away by just becoming conscious of it. Just becoming conscious of it. Because what you got to realize is that when you're present to the moment, when you start doing daily meditation, what's going to happen is you're going to start to take effortless action because you're going to be in a state of no resistance. You're going to be in a state of not resisting the present moment. And when you're in a state of not resisting the present moment, well, guess what? You start taking effortless action that is just so much easier than you think it has to be. Because we think it has to be so difficult, but you can actually take action without thinking. We believe that we have to logically think about everything. We believe that we have to logically figure it all out with our egos and our rational mind. Not necessarily. There's a deeper intelligence within you that knows how to take the action from an effortless space without thinking anything at all. Okay? And it won't always be the subconscious conditioning of the past. In fact, the new arises, creativity arises from a state of awareness of the moment that you can only really develop if you tap into the present moment. You can accelerate that by learning how to meditate daily. You can literally accelerate the entire process. And it will just become so much easier. Which leads me to the fourth point, which is a strong sense of fulfillment. Because when you start to meditate daily, you're going to start to feel a strong sense of fulfillment just being here now. Not necessarily doing anything. Not necessarily taking action and accomplishing your goals, but just feeling a strong sense of fulfillment just being here now. Just enjoying the moment as it actually is. Just being connected to your truth of feeling grateful for existence itself, okay? True fulfillment doesn't come from accomplishing goals and taking action and manifesting things and relationships and love in relationships and having the dream house and then getting the successful business and then doing this and doing that. None of that will ever fulfill you. True fulfillment is actually learning how to find gratitude for existence itself. Okay, self-love. Being grateful for the fact that you have consciousness. What does that mean? That means you have unconditional love. As sappy as that sounds. As sappy as it sounds to you, as new agey as it might sound, unconditional love is you feeling love with no conditions. So conditions meaning nothing that is conditional, which is every form in reality. So you feel love not based on your thoughts, not based on your emotions, not based on having a body, not based on a relationship, not based on a business, not based on eating food, not based on any drugs, not based on sex, nothing. None of that will make you feel unconditional love because all of that is conditioning. And when you start to connect deeper to the present moment and learn how to do daily meditation every single day, well, then what you'll find is that you'll feel a strong sense of fulfillment that comes from, once again, just being present to the moment, not necessarily doing anything. And from that state of consciousness is all the things you want to manifest. The paradox is that you will not actually want those things anymore because you'll be so fulfilled, but you will also have the vibration and the emotion to be able to take the effortless action to achieve those things anyway. Super paradoxical, right? Because when you release the resistance and you find fulfillment in the moment, nothing externally outside of you, well then guess what? Now you're in a position to be able to manifest those things externally anyway. Okay? Which leads me to the fifth point, which is awareness of who you really are. Okay? Who you are beyond the conditioning of your mind. Who you are beyond anything that is based on conditions. Who you are as the pure awareness that comes before all form. Who you are before thoughts, before emotions, before feelings, before anything that you achieve in your life. I could give you a whole list of forms in reality, but what is a form? It's everything in your reality. Everything in your reality. But I'm telling you, you can find who you are beyond things. And you can actually directly become conscious of that. You can directly become conscious of your true nature without believing me or believing somebody else, but directly becoming conscious of that within you. Becoming directly conscious of consciousness itself. Becoming directly conscious of who you actually are at a deeper existential level beyond the conditioning of who you think you are. Because who you think you are is not actually who you are. It is just a thought, and you are not a thought. You are pure consciousness that comes before thought, and you can directly become conscious of that as you start to meditate daily. And there's a lot of practical benefits that come from this too, because when you realize the truth of who you are, it connects to all these other points. So the sixth thing I have for you is you will let go of conditioned patterns. You will let go of conditioned patterns, the autopilot responses, the autopilot anger that happens unconsciously, the anxiety, the bad habits that you have, the habits that aren't serving you, but you're not aware of them and you don't even realize it. Imagine somebody's biting their nails and they don't realize it. They don't know that they're biting their nails. And then somebody points it out and says, hey, you know, you're biting your nails. You should stop that. And then the person goes, oh wow, I didn't even realize that I was actually biting my nails, right? And then they stop because now they became conscious of it. Well, you don't need somebody to tell you that. That's just one silly little example that came to my mind right now while I'm speaking. But you know what? You'll become conscious of little things like that as you meditate more. You'll become conscious of conditioned parts of you that aren't in alignment with your success. The automatic reactive patterns that create arguments, you know? These reactive patterns are not actually who you are. They are just conditioned patterns. And they are actually what you will let go of as you meditate more, because the conditioned patterns are basically an autopilot survival response that we are unconsciously attached to. And it just creates so much suffering in our life. And you can transcend all of that with daily meditation. No more unconscious reactions, no more anger, no more worry, no more fear, no more about worrying about when this is going to happen, when that's going to happen, and the stress and this. No, just let go of all of that. Just transcend all your conditioning. Sounds crazy. You think it's impossible? It's not impossible. It can easily be done. It won't take a week. It won't take 2 weeks. It might take a couple months. It might take a couple years of meditation. Some people catch on faster than others. I remember I started meditating, and right away I started feeling deep spiritual, mystical experiences and going really deep into the moment just after a couple weeks. Some people it takes 10 years. Okay? But you can transcend the conditioning of who you are. You can let go of those conditioned patterns. Which leads me to the seventh point, which is it will literally autocorrect everything in your life. Okay, what do I mean? How can I just say that? How can I just say that it autocorrects your life? Well, because awareness alone is actually curative to your entire life. Okay? Awareness will literally cure and fix all the problems in your life. Your relationships, your career, your diet. You'll become conscious of certain foods that don't work for you. You'll become conscious of whatever it is that may be in your life, certain things that are out of alignment with your truth, with being the best version of you. You'll let go of all of that. Okay, let me give you a practical example. If you're working a job that you hate right now, the only reason you're still tolerating that job is because you don't have awareness of the fact of how much it's actually killing you on the inside. Because if you were truly conscious and you truly had awareness and you truly were present to the moment, you would not tolerate that job any longer. You would not tolerate the toxic relationship any longer. You would not tolerate certain things in your life, not from a place of hatred, but from a place of love, just because you have awareness of how much it's actually not serving you. You'll become conscious of food that just like instead of trying to discipline yourself to eat healthier and go to the gym and then develop these social circles and then do this, oh my gosh, life is so hard. I have to work so hard to correct my life. And then, I do this for 2 weeks and then I go back to my bad habits, Francis. Why do I keep going all back and forth between good habits and bad habits? Why is it so difficult, Francis? Because you're attached to your identity, right? And when you have awareness, you will not tolerate certain things anymore. You'll become so conscious that you'll just start to fix all these things in your life, and you'll have the awareness to naturally let them go without resisting them. Because when it's hard for you to fix a habit in your life, it's because you're making it hard. You're making it difficult. It doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be something that's actually hard. But then when you have all these attachments to the past and the future and who you think you are in your sense of identity, if you truly had awareness and you're present to the moment, you would not tolerate the toxic relationship because you would have so much awareness of how bad it really is for you, right? If you were really conscious of how these foods are negatively affecting your body, that you're eating all these fast foods and these processed foods and this and that, you would not tolerate it any longer if you're actually conscious of what you're doing. Most people are so unconscious that they don't realize how much they're being affected by these things. You wouldn't be able to hold on to that. You would actually let that go. You would actually let it go because you had awareness. So stop trying to force everything in your life. Just develop awareness and it'll fix itself. I promise. I promise. Instead of just focusing on how do I discipline myself, become aware and you'll notice that you're like, oh, I don't actually want this in my life because it's actually doing a disservice to myself. But when you're unconscious, you have to train yourself, you have to do all these things. But if you just make meditation the number one priority, then the other priorities will fix themselves. People have it all backwards. People are making all of these priorities in their life. They're making business, relationships, health, and all of these things. And these are great priorities. And the meditation is at the bottom, not realizing. People say oh, well, when I develop a little bit more money, and I have the relationship, and then I have this, then I'll do meditation, Francis. Then I'll do meditation. Well, First of all, you're probably not going to do meditation because you're so lost in the materialistic pleasures that aren't giving you fulfillment, but you think they are, and you'll realize that one way or another. Also, meditation should be at the top, because if you have awareness at the top, those things will autocorrect themselves. They will literally fix themselves, because with the awareness, you'll get in line with your career. With the awareness, you'll get in line with your life purpose. You'll fix your diet. You'll have healthy relationships. You won't be able to tolerate things that aren't in alignment with your truth and what you want to create. You'll naturally let go of all these things that aren't serving you. If meditation's at the top, you'll fix that. So don't put meditation as the 8th or even the 2nd or the 3rd. Put it as number 1. Make your awareness number 1, because that is who you are. You are not your ego. Why put anything else later than the true nature of your existence? Because that will fix everything. So the last thing that I have for you is that you'll be unreactive to your life. You'll be unreactive to everything. You'll be unreactive to people, to life situations, to things. Because here's the reality of life. Things are always changing. Okay, nothing lasts forever. Your career will change. Your relationships will change. Everything in your life will change. And most people are in resistance to that change. And they're resisting the moment. And when you're resisting the moment and you're resisting the change, you're resisting the reactions, and you create even more reactions in your life. So the ultimate key is that as you become more conscious, as you start to meditate, you will actually stop reacting to life so much. Not just the things on the outside, but then also the reactions within you as well. You'll stop reacting to your own reactions to the reactions of life. You'll stop reacting to things happening within you. You'll stop reacting to your own emotions. You'll stop reacting to the own feelings that you have about things. You won't even react to the external anymore, because you'll stop reacting to the internal. You'll realize that there is no separation between the internal and the external. You'll kind of be there as the witness of all of it, seeing it as all one. Just observing and allowing your life to unfold, and then not resisting the form that this moment takes. Doesn't mean that you can't take action. Doesn't mean that you can't shift into the moment that you need to shift into and take the necessary action to move forward in your life. But what it does mean is that you will not be resisting it. You won't be attached to what's happening. And the more that you meditate daily, the more that you realize this. So that's all I have for you today. If you like these 8 reasons, make sure you hit that like button if you like this video and any of these reasons resonated with you. Also hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because I post a new video every single day. Once again, if you want to become a private client, then consider applying for a free consultation by hitting the website that's in the description box of this video. Also, I wanted to announce that I have a free guided meditation that's specifically designed to help you connect deeper to the present moment, and will actually help you to shift into that deep meditation. And all of these benefits that I shared with you, you will get from this meditation. So that's all I have for you today. Have yourself a great day, and see you in the next video.